Yeah, just a lot of things going on as far as this world, as far as just everything going on as far as this week. Thank God it's Friday. Thank God, Creator, that we made it to another week or through another week. So much news has been going on this week. It's crazy, especially in the celebrity world. We got Kanye going crazy. Kanye West going crazy as far as just against other celebrities and stuff like that. Things going on. Uh, just so much going on in the world that we got to be aware of. Especially with the president and stuff like that. So just hope that people are being productive out there. Just a new era. As far as political, as far as social, you know, so many people feel like they're in a way stuck in certain situations, and it's just great to have a community like this channel where we can really conversate about certain things, about certain topics that we want to talk about, but just try to stay motivated. You know, a lot of people want to get go in other people's lanes, but I encourage you to create your own lane, create your own avenue. Just so much resources, so many resources out here to learn. Just looking at Chat GPT and kind of like a assistant to me. I put in stuff, ask questions, and it gives out some pretty good information. If we really use technology, a lot of people feel like we should be aware or watch out for AI. But some of the AI is very resourceful. Especially a lot of times, a lot of people, they're very I would say introverted. They're very introverted as far as the way they think and the way they view life, and they need a outlet or they need help as far as certain situations. And I think Chat GPT is good at that. If you need help or assistance and you're introverted, you could just go to Chat GPT and they'll help you out. Like I said, it's like a assistant as far as technology is concerned for you to be very productive. Um, Not saying you should get away from asking for help and stuff like that, but it's a lot of resources out there that people don't realize that can help people along the way. Uh, as far as learning new things, learning new knowledge. So many things going on as far as this world is concerned, and we need to reach for further knowledge in this world. Because a lot of things we have to learn on our own. I know a lot of people, they kind of get away from uh, watching the news and stuff like that. But I think it's very important to watch the news, daily. Just watch it for an hour or so. Try to get up with the current events because there's a lot of things that's going on. A lot of things being recalled. Like foods and so many things going on with foods that people need to be aware of. I wouldn't say focus on like conspiracies and stuff like that people say about certain foods, but I'll say, it's good to watch the news and see if there's any recalls on certain things. Uh, for example, a while ago, they had like a recall on carrots, and I go to like me and my wife, we go to like fruit, like they make juice, cold pressed juices and stuff like that, and I said, no, I ain't gonna mess with the carrots because they got a recall. And so it's good to be aware of certain things, be aware of certain things. I know some people, they don't really like watching the news because it's very depressing. But at the same time, you have to be aware certain things that's going on in life. In order for you to be observant. You know, if you go out, you know, like just the simple things. Like if you go out and it's traffic a certain place, you're aware of it. And I feel like people they don't want to be aware of things because they're fearful of something else. They're fearful of being depressed, but I feel like you have to build a strong you just gotta build yourself up in order to be aware of things in life. We gotta be aware of things that's going on. I don't watch the news all day, but I like watching it in the morning so I be aware of things to watch out for the day. I think that's a healthy thing to be aware of. And so uh, again, appreciate y'all for watching. Let me know who's in here. Give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm talking about. But I'm glad. I hope you having a productive week. If you had a bad week, it's always another try to make it right. Make it your next week more successful or more productive. And so you just gotta strive for what you really want to accomplish, not only in a week but in a day. What things you want to accomplish, especially during your lifetime. Like I say before, you get older and older. Time goes by so fast before you know it. You know, I remember I used to think I'll be young forever, but time goes past. Time goes past, and you just got to be aware of things in life. Be aware of uh, be aware of just people in general. People can switch up on you. People can change. Uh, and that's a thing too. People think they can hold on to someone that's meant to be there for just a certain season of their life. Certain people are meant for a season, and some people are meant for a lifetime. And so you have to you have to choose wisely who you keep. You got to choose wisely who you keep in your circle and who you don't. You know, some people, some people really want to hold on and say that this person will change back to the person that they used to be. But sometimes you just gotta let go of people, even though it may be difficult to let go of certain people. You have to let go of people in order to progress in life. I know that's a very difficult thing because like you have a friend, you may say you grew up since when, but people go their separate ways. People go their separate ways as far as life is concerned. People go their separate ways, and you gotta cope with that over time. I know it takes time, but it's for your better. It's for your good. It's some people I grew up with, uh, and we went our separate ways. It was in a healthy way because they decided to do stuff that wasn't right, and I decided to do things that was you know that would make my life very productive. You know, And so it's just things you just got to be aware of. Again, appreciate y'all for watching. Just want to hop up here for a few seconds, a few minutes, to talk to you guys. But I hope you're having a productive week. Hope you had a productive week. Hope you're looking forward to the weekend to relax and really, uh, just ponder over things you got to do. Things you got to do in life. Please subscribe to my channel. You know, give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Uh, if you like this channel, again, appreciate y'all for being in here. Hope y'all having a productive week. Had a productive week, and hope better things to come. Trying to grow this channel, open-minded conversations. Like I mentioned, it used to be a faceless channel. I said, let me start showing my face. So it's been a while. I've been showing my face on this channel. And so again, appreciate y'all for watching. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. All right. Peace.